as they're driving. And we are back on Las Vegas backstage now, where Tony Drake, I need you guys to change places. Yes. And we have Lisa Gay in the studio too, who is also, oh yeah, you're not allowed to be here actually. Yes, you actually are not. You have to get back out there. I'm sorry, but that is the rules. Yes, we are now throwing out the wonderful singer Lisa Gay. I've never had to throw someone out before. Yes, and we have our reasons why we are only allowed one-on-one attention here with the incredible Tony Drake, who is considered the number one. This is what I've heard. I'm just telling you. You have to get really close, top of the mic, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can move that. Yes, you can. He is an incredible guitarist, Tony Drake, and he is also the musical director. Talk about this gig over here with the foundation, please.
Well, what we're doing is it's a fundraiser, actually.
Now, this fundraiser is called Soul to Soul, right?
Soul to Soul.
Okay, and it is, just so people know, it's taking place in the showroom at the Orleans.
At the Orleans,
yes.
And it's for the Danny Wright Music Foundation.
Okay, and that's September 18th, by the way.
Yes, that's September 18th from 2 to 5.
Yes, to 5 p.m., yes. Now, explain how and how you got linked to the Danny Wright Foundation.
Well, actually, I'm on the board of directors. My wife and I, we're part of it. Lisa, my wife.
Lisa Gay. Who we have had as a guest, and she is fantastic talent.
Right. She is a music coordinator.
Ah.
And I am music director.
I see.
There's a difference.
Tell me the difference.
Well, she puts together all of the acts and gets them to commit to the show.
I see.
I am the one who directs the band.
So there's good cop, bad cop. This is what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
I don't know. That's what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
So you can't be the bad cop. Because,
well, I have to get along with the guys, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Me too. I got a problem in that department, right?
Well, Lisa seems to be getting along pretty well with everyone.
Lisa's great.
She gets them to say, sure, I'll do it. You know, she's got some great names. Danny Wright is the head of the foundation.
Explain Danny Wright, because not everyone knows who Danny Wright is.
Danny Wright is one of the most phenomenal concert pianists you'd ever want to hear. This guy, to listen to him, he puts you in a frame of mind. If you come into work like today and you're on edge, you put on Danny Wright, and all of a sudden everything is blue skies and butterflies.
No kidding.
I'm serious.
It's like lighting one up, isn't it?
Well, you said
yes,
that.
That was a trick question. I wanted to see where you'd go. Well, talking to Tony Drake on Las Vegas Backstage now, where we stream live, and all our shows are archived. If you miss one, you could always get on another one. And we actually have a clip of Tony Drake. Do you mind if we listen to that real quick?
Are we in trouble?
Okay. Wow. I could tell, man. That was God loves the child. Bless the child that has his own. Right? I was close.
That was good enough.
I love that song.
God does love the child.
It's so funky. It's so like, and God loves the child that has his own. I mean, I love it. As you see. I could have
had you on there singing it.
Couldn't you imagine? Yes, we need comedy in our lives, don't you think? Tony Drake. So you have quite the history. I was shocked while I was reading your many pages of credits, and you have just about worked with everybody. I mean, just from the Motown generation, it's unbelievable. You've worked with everybody.
Well, being from Los Angeles, which was at that time, well, still is, like they say Vegas is, but Los Angeles is truly the musical capital. And
Los Angeles is the musical capital?
Well, that's where all the recordings are done.
Okay.
Movie scores and everything are done in Los Angeles. And it's a highly competitive town. So when you get into a certain clique, as they call it, or you get to a certain level where you're known, then you get to work with different people. People call you, and that's how you get into it.
Wow. Now, I love watching you. You're at Bootleggers all the time. And I love watching, you're always so cool on the guitar. You're just like, da-da. I mean, you're really into it, You're a show in your own right. I mean, regardless of who you're backing up and who's singing and what, you are just someone to watch. I really love watching you.
Thank you.
You're the real deal, as they say.
Much.
Yeah, and when I was reading your bio with all your background, it all made sense. Plus, I love your look. That's another thing too.
See there, Lisa? Somebody else likes me besides you.
You see that? That's right. Don't let Lisa Gay get too comfortable with her husband, Tony Drake. That's right. And we are going to be back with more Tony Drake on Las Vegas Backstage now. So please stay tuned. Hey, I'm Michelle LaFong, and we are back talking with Tony Drake, the fabulous soul guitarist. And he has such a background that it's blowing me away. I mean, you've worked with Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
Marvin Gaye, tell me what that was like.
It was amazing. Marvin was one of the most creative people I've ever worked with because he played so many instruments. A lot of people don't know that. All they thought was Marvin Gaye was a singer. Marvin Gaye was actually a drummer, a primo drummer.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He played excellent piano, and he fiddled around a little bit on guitar. That was Marvin Gaye.
Were you close with him?
I wouldn't say close. We knew each other.
Right.
Only because we worked with each other on different projects. Matter of fact, I did his Hear My Dear album, and we got a little closer working on that project. We got more of a one-on-one situation, but Marvin was an amazing man.
Was he easy to work with?
Sure. I mean, all he did was he'd play something on the piano. He'd say, give me something that works with this. And he'd sit there and he'd say, no, give me a little something else. And you work with it. And he says, that's it now. Don't forget what you just gave me. And that's the way he would work.
So did he bring out the best in you?
He did.
He did?
He did.
So what other names do you think brought out the best in you? Tough question, huh?
Well, Barry White was
Barry
amazing.
White.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah,
I was
funny,
on his
he brought out the best in me too. Wow. Yeah. And that was just last night. But we're not even talking about that. We're talking about when he was alive.
Yeah.
And not just his recordings.
Right.
But he was a magical man.
He was.
Even for you, huh?
Oh yeah. Well,
Tell me.
Before I actually got a chance to work with him, I was a fan of his music. And I knew the musicians that worked on his projects. So I was like, I guess you would say enamored with what he had been doing all the time.
Oh, sure.
And I went on his 95 world tour.
Really?
And got a chance to really see Barry White. We became pretty close, just talking and traveling together.
Was he what you expected?
He was. I mean, he could take the most simplest guitar line and stick it in the middle of the music and take that and turn it into a symphony. And that's the way he worked. If you listen to his music, it wasn't a bunch of complicated stuff, but put together it sounded complicated. It was simple one guitar playing one simple repetitive line, another guitar doing something else, another guitar doing something else, drums playing a simple pattern, bass playing a simple pattern, then he'd put the strings on top of that. And if you listen to Love's Theme, a lot of people think that that song is so complicated. It's simple changes, and there's so many different, I guess you would say, elements to the song. It sounds complicated, but if you were to break all those elements down, they were very simple primary licks and lines that he had put together.
Well, that's cool. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Tony Drake on Las Vegas Backstage Now, where you can see him live this Sunday. This is going to be at the Orleans for a fundraiser called Soul to Soul, and he is the musical director, too, of the Danny Wright Foundation of Music, which is the show that he will be performing in as well, correct? And that is September 18th, Sunday from 2 to 5.
At the Orleans.
Right, so you don't want to be missing that.
That's right.
And you have worked with Tina Turner?
I didn't actually work with her. I recorded with her.
Okay.
River Deep.
Oh, that's the same thing.
Mountain High.
That's working with her.
Right, okay.
Okay, I consider that working with her.
Okay, when Phil Spector was active in the business,
Phil Spector.
River Deep, Mountain High, I did that recording with her. And a few other artists.
That is really cool. So you were on that actual recording?
Yeah. And when he produced the Checkmates, I was on that recording, and what was so funny was eventually I became a Checkmate.
Is that right?
Yeah, because when I met Sonny Charles and Sweet Louie and Bobby Stevens,
I love them. I love them.
Like,
yep.
They say, well, you know the stuff. I said, well, I was on the original recording of Black Pearl.
Oh, how very cool.
And I was with the Checkmates for about 4 years. I was the lead guitarist with the Checkmates.
That is very cool.
And I was the one that did the lousy dance steps.
You mean you don't dance well?
Not really.
It's
like
on.
chewing gum and walking. You know,
but you had a guitar. I mean, how do you can't dance with a guitar?
Well, some guys can. I've seen some guys do it.
Really?
Wilson Pickett had a phenomenal guitar player back in the 60s when I really first started. And his name was, I believe it was Red. He had a red guitar. And Wilson Pickett would do these dance steps, and he had this guitarist with him, and he would do them with Wilson and play at the same time. And I tried it, and I fell off the stage.
You fell off the stage? Hey, without beers or drinks, to fall off the stage is inexcusable as far as I'm concerned. You have to have morals. I mean, you have to have a good reason to fall off the stage. Now, beers and drinks, now that's a good reason. That's how I see it. You know, Johnny Walker made me do it. That's how I look at it. You know, he's my agent, by the way, Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker Holmes. Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm so glad to be talking to Tony Drake. I'm Las Vegas Backstage Now, and we stream live on cell phones, and you can also listen to any of our archived shows, our past archived shows. We had Dustin Diamond on before, and last week we had Paul Rodriguez, and you can listen to that.
Funny man.
Oh my God, was he funny? He gave us an hour, Barbara Walters type of interview, which we haven't released yet. It's on videotape. It was videotaped, and he actually cried during some of it. Yes, when he found out he was going to be interviewed by me, is when he cried. No, I'm just saying. I just want to see if you're paying attention, Tony. Okay. All right. So we will absolutely be back with Tony Drake and more of Las Vegas Backstage Now when we return, and more about the Danny Wright Foundation show coming up this Sunday from 2 to 5 at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Thank you. Please stay tuned. Hey, and we are back. This is Michelle Fong with Tony Drake on Las Vegas Backstage Now. And don't forget, you can catch Tony Drake not only at Bootlegger, but which I will talk about in a second, but he has an upcoming show that he is the musical director at the Danny Wright Foundation of Music, called Soul to Soul, and it's a musical fundraiser at the Orleans Showroom on September 18th, which is this Sunday, from 2 to 5 p.m., and you don't want to miss that. And look at this. We have another song of yours that we can play. Is that okay? Do you mind if we do that? Okay, we're going to cut. Is huge. Wow, I love that music, and as I was just sharing over here with Tony Drake, I love this music because it's wonderful to change your mood when you're way angry, or when you're way anxious, or whatever. Grab a bottle of Windex, put on this type of music, and give it to your husband to clean the house. That's what I say. That's right. I just realized what I was saying, and I decided that is not a good suggestion. I am a women's activist. I don't think that would be a good thing for me to say. Pick up that bottle of Windex and start cleaning. That is wrong. That is so wrong. I don't believe in it. I do. My husband's the best. So for him, I would hand him the bottle of Windex. Now, I can't even say it. I can't even say that I would actually use the Windex and start cleaning. But we have a few minutes left, and I really want to talk about, first of all, that I go to the Bootlegger a lot because of you too, not just because of what's going on, to be honest with you. And I love Kelly Clinton too, and I love I love a lot of that I love the whole place and what goes on there. But you are so the real deal. I mean, it just Rob and I, my husband and I, our eyes are always peeled on you, because you just look so into what you're doing.
I am.
How do you fake it like that? I need that advice. No,
not really.
I'm just saying Tony Drake needs to share his secrets with Michelle Obama on Las Vegas Backstage Now. So tell us, number one, what nights are you over at the Bootlegger?
Usually it's Monday nights.
Okay, you are on Monday nights.
On Monday nights.
So people can catch you playing the guitar over at Monday nights. Now, this coming Sunday, which you are the musical director on for the Danny Wright Foundation of Music.
Wright Foundation.
Yes, Soul to Soul.
Soul to Soul.
Yes, this is going to be at the Orleans.
At the Orleans.
September 18th from 2 to 5. Okay, now tell us who else is on the show. You will be performing on that too.
I'm going to be performing as well as directing all of the musical acts. We've got a great lineup. We've got Dominic Allen.
Oh, I love Dominic Allen.
Yeah, we've got Rob Garrett.
Now let's talk about Dominic Allen for a second. Dominic Allen
he was the singer for Journey.
Do you not love that? That is just amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And we've got Rob Garrett, who does the Neil Diamond tribute. And if you didn't know any better, he looks like Neil.
Really?
And he sounds like Neil. I mean, it's amazing.
Foreigner.
Foreigner.
You know what?
Foreigner. I'm sorry.
I was thinking it's Foreigner,
Foreigner,
but
right.
I'm thinking all this
Right.
time I was wrong. Oh my
Right.
God,
No,
I'm so
no, you were right.
embarrassed.
You were
Okay.
right. I
Yes.
was wrong.
Well, let's say who we were talking about.
Right.
Dominic
That's
Allen
Dominic
was
Allen.
from Foreigner,
Right.
because I was thinking, how embarrassing did I say? I loved you on Foreigner. You know, in Foreigner, I
Right.
love that. And meanwhile, yeah, that's just too funny. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we've got Mark O'Toole.
Mark O'Toole. Go ahead.
He's headlining over at the M. This amazing singer.
Okay.
We've got Bobby Brooks Wilson, who
Ah,
is Jackie Wilson's son, who looks just like him, sounds like him, gives you the whole thing. Mark Giove, an amazing singer. He sings everything from R&B to opera.
really?
We've got Reva Rice. We've got Angela Chan, who's another concert pianist. She'll be there. We've got Lisa Gay.
Lisa Gay,
Yeah, one of my
gee.
favorites.
Yes.
We've got Ronnie Rose. We've got Reggie Gonzalez, who does he sings with the group, what is it, Rhythm Nation?
Oh, yes, of
Right.
course. Yes, Rhythm Nation, sure.
And we've got Alex Christopher.
Alex,
Young man, he does all of the oldies but goodies.
wonderful.
We've got Mike Clark, who is actually, remember over at the Bootlegger, he is the keyboardist over there.
Oh, okay, sure.
And we've got this guy, Tony Drake. I don't know.
Tony
where
Drake,
he
yeah, we
found
don't
him.
know who Tony Drake
Right.
is.
And a whole lot more. I mean, that's only the names that are actually written on the flyer.
Well, that is just fantastic. It sounds absolutely wonderful. And I will be there. And I would have performed had I been invited. Anyway,
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm busy. No. Let's face it, I'm not busy. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
make
it's
me
been,
feel bad.
no, I'm just playing with you. And
Well,
thank you so much, Tony Drake.
Thank
This
you.
is the end of our show. Please join us next week. And please stay tuned. We always have new guests on Las Vegas Backstage.
Until next week, stay in touch with us on the web at LasVegasBackstageNow.com.